So let me preface this by saying I'm a left-brainer. I'm very analytical in my thinking. So what I'm about to say, I don't want you guys to think that Kim has like totally jumped off on the deep end here. Hello everyone, my name is Kim. I am a registered dietitian nutritionist, a certified diabetes educator, a certified nutrition support clinician, and owner of KimRoseDietitian.com. Welcome back to my channel. You know, for the longest time, I honestly thought I was like this grandma because I like to be in bed by 9 o'clock, 9:30. If you don't know what I'm referring to chronotypes. Chronotype sounds like a fancy word, but it's just basically your sleep cycle. So the sleep cycle is described in terms of animals. So there's a bear, there's a lion, there's a dolphin, and I'm forgetting one more, and also a wolf. Now, before you stop watching this video, just stick with me because sleep is definitely related to nutrition. And the reason, let me say this, and the reason why I'm so interested in sleep cycles as it relates to food and nutrition, last year FNC, I didn't attend Food and Nutrition Conference and Expo, which is basically, for those of you that don't know, Disney World for dietitians. There was a sleep researcher there by the name of Dr. Amy Brender. And Dr. Amy has this fabulous research on the importance of sleep, and she caught my attention. And I actually have a podcast interview with her, which we're going to be speaking about at the end of this video. So let's look at the research. So the average adult needs 7 to 9 hours of sleep on a daily basis, and sleep is as much as an important part of health as is food and nutrition. So there was a 2016 study from the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine that concluded a low fiber diet that is also high in saturated fat, and also that diet is high in sugar as well, is associated with light, less restorative sleep. And conversely, a diet that is high in fiber, low in sugar, and low in saturated fat is associated with more restful, restorative sleep. So the majority of you guys watching this are dietitians, so you know what I mean by a high fiber diet and low in saturated fat. For those of you guys that are not dietitians, that may be new to food and nutrition, foods that are high in fiber are your fruits, your vegetables, as well as your whole grains. Foods that are high in saturated fats are animal products. Now, before you guys stone me, you guys actually may stone me for what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna say it anyway. You guys know that I do follow a plant-based diet. So this research has me thinking, like, for those, and I'm drawing like a very long hypothesis here. For those individuals that do adhere to a plant-based diet or predominantly plant-based diet, does that automatically mean that you're going to get a restful night's sleep? Let me know in the comment section below what you guys are thinking. And additionally, I ask that very question to Dr. Amy on my podcast. But moving right along. So I've already reviewed that food can impact your sleep cycles and how restorative and restful your sleep may be. And this had me thinking, what if the inverse is true? Can sleep impact the type of foods we choose to eat? And the short answer is yes. So in that same study, they looked at a sleep-deprived individual, and they found out that they made very poor decision choices when it came to their foods. In my podcast interview with Dr. Amy, as well as other podcasts that I've listened to where she was interviewed, she actually stated that individuals which were sleep deprived chose to consume 500 more calories than individuals which had a restorative night's sleep. And this information to me was just mind-blowing. I remember speaking with a respiratory therapist that worked in my, was he a respiratory therapist? I don't think he was a respiratory therapist, but he was in the respiratory therapy department. And he worked there in my hospital, specifically in the sleep lab when they had a sleep lab. And he was doing a presentation that I was sitting in, and he was stating that individuals which are sleep deprived, like research is finding that their blood sugar levels are high, which is important for individuals that do have pre-diabetes as well as diabetes, he found out that it just basically affects their overall health. It starts to tear them down. And then additionally, someone that is sleep deprived, their judgment can be a little off as well. In that same interview that I did with Dr. Amy, it's basically someone that is sleep deprived for a certain number of hours acts like someone that is drunk. So their whole entire decision making is impaired. Now, if you guys want to know more about sleep and how it impacts food and nutrition, I want you to head on over to my podcast, Nutrition Lifestyles with Kim and Joanne. And it is available on iTunes, Google Play, and Spotify. And this week, I've done that podcast interview with Dr. Amy. So hop on over, let me know what you think, and see you in my next video. As usual, remember to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Bye-bye.